Already today's CD challenge the Financier stealth, no interrogation, reinforced locks, and bloodless. Well, that's essentially it. It doesn't seem that complicated at first, but it's no interrogation, so we're gonna have to hack, which means that we can't just go straight for Ryan, or just get really lucky with a guard and then, well, get a location and a code. But ideally the location. Aside from that, there's reinforced locks, which is a bit of a frustration when we're trying to get a door open. But we mainly only have one door that we really have to open. The rest are more just optional. And now that we've rewired one of them, someone's presumably gonna get lured, which I guess is fine. Because finally, there's Bloodless, which isn't that bad really, it's just not shooting anyone, and that's really about it. Doesn't seem that complicated, but we're just gonna wait for a disguise right now since I do not dare to go up there with that camera being lured. It seems like it's just asking for trouble, so we're just gonna wait here, see what happens, realize that there isn't a camera up there and that no one was actually lured, and then whenever we're feeling like it, I mean, if you're gonna walk down over here, that's just perfect, really. So we're just gonna do that. That guard's gonna not notice anything right then, let's not question it. And then in theory, things should all go well. And I mean, the computer's right over there, which does make it quite compelling for a first place to go towards. So that's probably where we're gonna go after later on. But first, we have to loop all of the cameras. Not because we really need to, but because it's, I suppose, mildly useful later on, or potentially mildly useful. But we're gonna start by rewiring this one, and then there should be one more afterwards, and then we could just run back through there to go in through there, which... Speaking of convenience, we could just open that, which works out just fine by me. There's presumably still two more guards roaming around, which I am most definitely going to be terrified of, but we could always see if there's any cameras over there, which there of course are. Be it a good thing or a bad thing. Why are you like this? No, I'm just going to go this way. You're not going to notice anything, and it's going to be fantastic. And I mean, we've taken out another guard, which may or may not be a good thing, but regardless, we're going to get this door open, and we're just going to go inside and start hacking. And then afterwards, since we've got extra time, we could always figure out what we're going to be doing in terms of, well, actually looping all of the cameras just to make things easier later on. So we're going to start by hacking it. We're going to go through here, and then we're just going to run through here, and the guard's going to continue staying over there. Because of course that's going to happen. Hi there. To both of you, seemingly. So things are not going well so far because that guard over there is very much aware of what's happening. That camera's very much aware, and so is that guard over there, which, all in all, is not a good combination. But I mean, the guard's still on the radio, so I would not want to actually shoot a gun right now and cause any problems, and we're just gonna loop that camera, go over here, and hopefully before the guard turns around, loop this camera over here. And I mean, now that we're done with this section, we're just gonna hope that a guard, to some extent, just stays there forever and just doesn't turn around. It'll make things so much easier, but we're gonna continue looping the rest of the cameras. It should be done not very soon, but relatively soon. And by relatively soon, more just sometime in the next maybe 2 minutes or so. But now that we're done with that, we could always just go through here. The guards... Well, that guard's gone. That guard isn't. Or maybe that guard just showed up. But regardless, it should be done relatively soon now. It's just awkwardly taking more and more time, seemingly. Even though it clearly isn't. But... Well, so we do know that the guard's moving over there. And we do know that there are a lot of very angry guards over here. And we do know that that's... I am going a different direction. That does not sound fun to be involved in. Because, well, there's guards all over the place, and that's not really a great thing. Actually, if you could just turn around over here and just stare at me, just so that, well, they could actually go over there and grab that. Okay, maybe not, but... Excuse me. It's not no suppressor, so we could always just do this and... Oh, that's a terrifying prospect. We're just gonna pretend that never happened, because that was clearly not coordinated well. And as Ryan and the guard both show up, which hopefully, please do notice me and not them, since that would make things a lot more complicated. So now that you can hopefully move away, that would be absolutely stellar. And if you could just not get caught over there, that would be great, because I could just go over here, quickly quickly remove this whilst just awkwardly being in just the right position to not get caught, which we could always lure him, right? How bad could it be? Okay, the answer is really, really bad, because I'm rather certain that was not actually the outside guard, but we'll have to see if that's the case. Excuse me, can we not get stuck on that, please? So as we hop over this and we're not doing this. We're gonna reload it here first. Then we're gonna try and not mess this up this time as we go through here, all the way over here to get this fully open, which so far we're still failing miserably. So now that the guards have hopefully started moving away and stopped causing any problems, this is a joke. This is an actual joke. We're just gonna go through here instead, and it's gonna be so much better. At least that's kind of the hope here. So, you know what? Perfect. Stay that way. Don't see me. That's not what I asked for either, but I suppose it works out. Just not really. So as we have 2 guards here, Ryan over there, and 2 more guards over... You know what? Let's just go through here, hostage everyone, and it'll be fine. At least that's kind of how this is presumably gonna go. So we're just gonna grab the hard drive. We're gonna move Ryan out of here. I'm just gonna vaguely watch over here since there might be 1 more guard outside. And well, that's really the only threats here, since all of the other guards are gone, and all of the cameras are taken care of. But regardless, that's a daily challenge that is just under 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!